Hey, this is Tracy Lewis with Stuff and Things. You are now at Winter is Coming Wednesday final countdown, day 10, the final Winter is Coming Wednesday video of 2021. I cannot believe how time has flown this year, and the last two cards are fancy cards. Fancy in the fact that I used really shiny material, and I'm going to show the first one. These were inspired by a pin. The last two cards are, as I said, blingy, and they were inspired by a pin that was a 6x6 project in Pinterest, and I will have the link to it on my blog, and I'm going to share the first one. This did not start out as fancy as it ended up. I just kind of rolled with it and kept adding more and more. So here it is. It is all foil. Everything is foil except the sentiment is gold on basic white, gold heat embossing. So I went ahead and this is the vertical brushed gold. It's the lightest gold of the 3 different tones that you get in that pack. And when I trimmed it down, it was 4 inches, and I have my ruler here today because I know you're going to, oops, this is on the meter side. So it is, I'm gonna say 2 5/8. And I remember distinctly picking 2 5/8 based on the image of the 6x6. And what I found out, then I used a 4-inch piece of green foil that I ran through the dry embossing of the textile texture embossing folder. And this, of course, is the musical notes. I have an interesting discovery about the musical notes. The musical notes, if you read a score of music, it has 2 symbols, a treble clef and a bass clef. Probably we'll have to do this as a different video, a short probably. And Libby noticed it. I was struggling with which way was up, and it ends up that the way the embossing folder was created, the treble clef, bass clef is on the back side upside down. So you literally have to think reverse upside down when you, if it is important on your paper that you know where the treble clef, bass clef. Now I started in the middle, so I didn't have that. So I had to go back to the embossing folder and figure out where I had centered this gold metallic in the embossing folder to figure out which way was up for the musical notes. So that's just a little bit of interest for everybody, and if this carries over, people will want to know, which way is up with the musical notes. So that was a little bit of a challenge for both of us, but we got it figured out. And so I've used the red, green, and silver on the Sparkle of the Season wreaths, the star wreaths, and then this is a sentiment from that. Then I took from the Eden's Garden, I bought the 2 different bling. Let me actually get it because it's very unique looking. And that is for sale now as a special item, as a pre-order for everybody that's in the January catalog. But let me go grab those to show you. I'll be right. All right, I am back. They're called Garden Gems. And this marquee-shaped stone is blue with some Aurora Borealis color tones, whereas the upper round stone is actually red, but depending on the light, it gets green, gold, and blue glints to it because of the coating. So depending on how you look at this in real life, you will see that these smaller stones, the 3 of them, actually are red with a coating. And so I say that because when I did the red wreath and I went ahead and cut the berries, there's a really nice 6-hole single die that will cut out 6 of these berries perfectly for you. And those are also in the red. And so I really wanted to get enough red on this card to make sense, so I added those 3 red stones. I just want to point that out, that when you look at it in real life, it's just really funny because the color changes with the green and the gold around it. It's hard to see. In a picture, I could not replicate the red. And then the middle here is actually 2 snowflakes in gold, in the brushed, really bright gold that's in the annual catalog. And then there's the white snowflake, and it has 2 sides. This snowflake has an AB side, so it has like a coating with just a multi-glimmer of color, and then it has a flat white side, and that is the flat white side. I felt there was enough shininess on this card that it would be perfectly fine to flip it over and use the white to go with the white trim and the white sentiment. Now, so the dimensions of this card, having a fatter border on the one side and this somewhat fat border on the other side, is a result of me trying to figure out the widths. Let me see if the green, to match the way that the 6x6 card was done, there were some extra dimensions. So I had trimmed down the green from the 4 inches. When I get a 12x12 pack, I cut everything down, if it's all a solid color, to 4x6. So I trimmed off 1/4 of an inch from the green right off from the get-go. And when I first had this card together, it was all shifted to the left, and to match the width of the borders, top and bottom. But I felt it looked a little bit off balanced, so I shifted it a little bit, took the green off, shifted it, and then I also moved the wreaths around a little bit to have them be fuller along the bottom. So I hope that makes sense. And then I did absolutely purposefully make sure that the silver foil star was on that side and the red star was on the other side. That was very intentionally done. And that completes project number 1 for today. And I have a person in mind for this extra foily card. And then I had the leftover piece, because I cut my materials down to 4x6, I had a thinner piece here of the musical notes. So I also had, oops, upside down, I had a piece of the brand new, this is not available yet, DSP that I will not be able to put, same with the trim here, this gold trim is new, and I will not be able to have it on the supplies list until after January 4th. So using again the lightest gold metallic really matched well with this gold glimmer. I had this Misty Moonlight is embossed with this distressed text, and I'm even looking at it really close, so I don't think anyone will notice. I think I see the word happy, and it's upside down. So now that it's all together, it is just going to be that way. I have a silver snowflake. I bought the silver foil, which comes with a silver and then like a lavender silver, which is the wreath, and then this is the darker purpley silver. And the center stones are from the blue gems that came out last year. Let's see if I can find those for you. And those are still available. They carried over. Here they are. They are blue adhesive backed gems. So I used the darker small one for the middle of that snowflake and the darker rose cut larger stone in the middle of the silver. Then I went ahead and used brush metallic dots, and I did add a little silver. This is the silver metallic dot. I guess they're metallic pearls is what they're called. And after I was all done with this card without the strips of the DSP, I had this DSP, this one page, because it's my absolute favorite pattern in the pack, sitting here as a 6x6, and I thought, I am going to cut strips and see what it looks like on there, and I think it looks fabulous. So this is my final project, final card for Winter is Coming Wednesday, Christmas cards, and now my next phase. I might do follow-up. I'm going to address and do envelopes next, and we move tomorrow, so I will possibly do a quick, here's what I did with my envelopes segment, just as a follow-up, and I am going to be offline. I will not be committing to any videos until after the new year. So I wish you all a great holiday. Be safe, and everyone, I hope, has a really good time now that we can all be together again. And you know, we're here in Florida, far away from all of our family and friends, so we will be happily social distancing, because we don't have to worry about doing any events with other people. And then I will be coming back in January. I already have pre-order products for starting in January. And you may see if while I'm taking my break, I might do a few projects, and maybe a video or two will get snuck up on the YouTube, because I just won't be able to resist. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns for this project or my ultra blingy project, you can leave them here or put them over on my blog. I will have all of the supplies available on my blog as always. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.